Drinking buddies. I got Marco here for the flight of our lives. We are going to find out what the best Kentucky whiskey is. Courtesy of Brooks.
Yes, thank you, Brooks. I don't know what is in front of me, and I can honestly say I don't even know if I've had any of these.
Yeah, I can say that if he thinks that these are the the best whiskey from 6 different distilleries, I know that's the idea.
Yeah.
And
all from Kentucky.
Yeah, all from Kentucky.
Not sourced, not finished, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I wasn't even going to do any of our normal point system type stuff. We're just figuring out what the best whiskey is up here.
Okay.
Dive into glass one?
Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
I'm your drinking buddy.
This is so mapley.
Maple, caramel, baking spices, cinnamon on the nose. Dude, I was able to taste cinnamon as the final whiff.
This is like dank goodness. But it's so mapley. It's almost like it's like a maple, like a decadence. Like I know it's not that, but
no,
that's,
I know, yeah,
it's so mapley to me.
You definitely get that brown sugar.
That smells so good. And it's so dark in color. It is so
you smell,
dark in color.
This has some age on it.
All right. Call an ambulance.
I lost my train of thought.
That is so freaking good.
Dude, hold on. I might need a minute.
It's like oaky. It's leathery, medicinal cherry. This is an older gal.
But it finishes off sweet and it lingers.
Yep.
And it has this creamy mouthfeel to it as it finishes.
Wonderful mouthfeel.
It's
still going on the finish
palate.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still sitting on my palate, and it's finishing off real slow. Like you can feel it evaporating on my tongue.
Real back of the palate forward, not a front with the palate forward thing. You know, like it.
But
I'm barely feeling any of
man?
that tingling on the tip of my tongue. You got off of some.
Yeah, if I had to describe the
it's way more back.
It's almost like biting into an apple pie. That's what this is like.
Cherry pie.
Well, there's cherry in it, but like you know what I'm talking about? Like when you bite into an apple pie, it has that like real thick,
like coats your mouth and like the cinnamon and that is delightful. That is going to be hard to beat.
Okay.
I mean, it might be a GTS. That's what I'm thinking. Is that could be a GTS.
You think this is GTS?
Anything that tastes good and old and barrel proof, I tend to think is GTS.
You know what the problem is? I don't think this is over 100.
Oh yeah, this is high proof. It's high proof, but it's not drinking hot. No, it's not at all.
And that's what's throwing me off.
You think this one's older on the nose than the first one?
I think this one's older.
I mean, I could see that. Oh man, now that I go back to this one, it's a cherry bomb on the nose. There's cherry and maple for days. Man, I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a GTS.
There's orange in there too, though. Who knows? Who knows? This is older.
Dare I say banana?
I could see that. I could see banana, but I'm also getting pear.
Banana and pear. Do you know that chemical that is used to do artificial banana appears naturally in bourbon? But it's the chemical they use to artificially flavor pear in Europe.
Oh, in Europe?
Yeah. So if you give a Jack Daniels to a European, they usually say it tastes like pear. Yeah, I don't know if you put the idea in my head, but spiced pear.
Yeah. Remember that pear cocktail you made me? That's this with higher proof and older.
Yeah, this is old. This has got that mouth drying oak to it.
But this reminds me of your cocktail you made me with the pear. That's exactly what I taste here. Brown sugar, cinnamon with pear.
Yeah.
It's like a big pear pie.
Oh, wow. I think this is the best nose so far, and the first 2 noses were so good.
So I don't know if Brooks did this on purpose, but so far it's like going from old to older for me on the first 2. Let me see the third one.
This nose is... This is spicy on the nose.
It's spicy on the nose. So yeah.
Maybe high rye.
Yeah, I get the rye content on this one easily.
Oh yeah. But and a little bit, a hint of herb. A hint of herb.
Yeah. So and on this one there was a little bit of herb too. So I don't know. I don't know if these are set up to do that.
Man, I just want to kind of sit in this nose all day. I'm loving this.
Mhm.
It's something a little bit like medicinal here, but it's not medicinal cherry too.
No, it's more of that menthol.
Maybe that's where that herbal thing is coming from.
Like a good rye, like a good high rye that's actually like rye content, more rye than anything. God, man, this almost reminds me of the old Forester rye, the single barrel proof rye, on the nose.
Oh.
What is that? Hot tamale.
Cinnamon for days,
Black
for sure.
tea.
Black tea, cinnamon, and just a subtle cherry here. That actually is kind of, and I'm probably wrong. I'm just throwing out a guess because I like to do that, but that's almost giving me WLW vibes.
I was almost getting Sazerac 18.
I mean, pretty much all Buffalo Trace stuff to me has that cherry note that carries forward on all from the yeast strain.
Yeah, it's definitely there for the cherry, but the fact that Sazerac 18 stood out so different for me from anything else I've ever had, that reminded me of, oh man, it was a beautiful rye. It's almost like green apples, almost like they finished that in Calvados, but they didn't. So like this is giving me that Saz 18 feel.
Now that you said that, my brain immediately, the second you said 18, my brain immediately went to Knob Creek 18. So my brain changed my mind immediately the second you said 18, and now I'm like, is that Knob Creek 18?
No, I would say no.
Because I think this guy's around 100 proof. This is the lightest proof so far.
It feels like it is the lightest proof. But actually 1 and 3 feel the same proof. 2 felt a little bit higher proof. But Knob Creek 18, to me, you get more of that oak, which is good.
Yeah.
So it tastes like the 12-year, which you get the beautiful cherry notes, like caramel, vanilla notes that you get from the 12-year Knob Creek. But the 18-year just intensifies the oak, but not in a bad way.
4? 3 was good. So far, so good. It's almost as if these are the best bourbons from the main distilleries in Kentucky.
That's what it seems like. Damn it, Brooks.
Now this one's a little like
this has got a really
like perfumey on the nose, like
it's floral.
Floral, yeah, that's a much better way of saying it. Yeah,
it's not old lady perfume.
Floral and orange zest.
Is that
like Four Roses nose type vibes?
I would actually say yes, like a single barrel maybe, or limited edition.
Maybe.
Well, but single is like, so if it's limited edition, if it is the limited edition, you should get some peach.
I usually get apricot off of Four Roses.
Yeah, apricot off Four Roses.
Whenever I get Four Roses in a blind, I think it's a rye. Every time.
Really?
Which means I'm bad at my job.
Nah. Well, if it is, then it's a good thing you don't get paid for it.
I get paid a little bit.
Don't say that. Edit that out later. God, this smells good.
I already dove in.
Mm-hmm.
It is peachy. I don't know if maybe I put the idea in my head, but there's peach here. There's proof here.
Is there proof?
There's proof here.
This one almost felt a little thin to me.
Burning the tip of my tongue. Burning the tip of my tongue.
Let me get more.
Not in a bad way.
Mm-mm.
Very, very front of the palate forward. Cinnamon.
Brown sugar.
Yep. Your bourbon vanillas, your classic bourbon notes all around.
Spices is all there. All these have had all that.
Just the unique thing there, I think, for me is the peach and like a little bit of herbal tea.
I get the herbal tea. Like green tea, though. Which is weird.
Very good, but dare I say the weakest link so far.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's a little thin. It's very, very good. Not in a bad. When I said it's very thin compared to
I mean, it's one of those situations where one of these is probably like a bourbon that I would pay, they're like $200. Shut up and take my money! But it's like, it'll still be the weakest in a flight like this. Like, it's just going to happen.
If this is Four Roses limited edition, yeah, I'll definitely take it.
Yeah.
That's like the one Four Roses I wish I could always get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God, that one is good, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's very good. And everything else is just so great before it. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Oh, bro.
Ooh. This is a light on proof gal on the nose. Very light.
It's old.
It's old. There's oak here.
It's old.
Leather and tobacco on the nose.
This smells like the Shoe Shine Boys' hands.
I like that. I was gonna say like cigar box, but I like Shoe Shine Boys. Dusty Grandma.
So many jokes.
Oh, I love it.
He's so bad. Sorry. Okay. Stay away from Grandma's.
Dude, the mouthfeel on that is stupid.
God, I can't get over the nose. This is the best nose.
I think this might be the best nose. And it might have the best mouthfeel. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is syrup for days. Like just coats the entire palate, front, back palate, everything.
Pancakes. Go make me pancakes right now.
We're pouring it on there. Cherry syrup for me on this
I'm not
one.
pouring. I'm gonna dip the pancake in there.
Okay, I like it.
Oh my god! What did you say? Cherry syrup?
Yeah. Little strawberry thing. It's fruity. It's fruity and oaky at the same time.
It's like stone fruit.
I didn't get I guess I could see that.
I'm getting stone fruit. I almost feel this is a rye.
I think you said all bourbons. Let's look at the front of the thing. King of Kentucky Distilleries. These are not all bourbons necessarily.
Okay.
But for the thumbnail purposes, it'll be bourbon.
Watch this be a high, like an old Michter's, dude.
Man, I know he has some old Michter stuff. This could be. When he gave me a sample of Michter's 20, I feel like it blew my absolute brains. It blew my mind. There's few whiskeys where you're like, dang, I get why they charge this much for it. Michter's 20 is like up there. It is so special. I get why they charge so much. I probably wouldn't pay it because it's like $1,500. But
yeah, but this is reminding me of Michter's only because of the fact that the 10-year bourbon reminds me so much of Small Batch Taylor, but a little better. So,
the one thing about the 10-year to me, it always tastes so much older than 10 years. It's so oaky.
And that's what I like about it, though.
Yeah,
it has more.
I like. I'm not my good friend Jim will tell me that I hate oak because in a blind I will often put the oldest whiskey last. But
no. This has a really nice nose.
Dude.
Brooks, I hate you.
Dude. He might have saved the best for last on this one. This nose.
This
what?
This smells older.
Everything is special up here, and this is like standing out as being more so. Just on the nose. Just on the nose. I'm at a loss for words.
Do I have to taste it? Because then that means I'll finish it.
This one's like cinnamon and nutmeg, like baking spices. But there's leather and tobacco here too. What do you think of the new bar top thing here?
It's beautiful.
Grab that in the distillery. It was between that one and GTS, but I was like, I can't really buy a GTS one when I don't even own a GTS.
Well, it's not even that, man. You own a William LaRue.
Yeah, and Weller's
that's
like my favorite. I'm an absolute Weller-tater, and I will freely admit it. I don't care. Anyone that tells me that Weller 12 is terrible is just wrong. Anyone that says Weller 107 is overrated is just wrong. Anyone that says that Weller Single Barrel is overrated is absolutely right.
Same goes for the Foolproof.
Yeah, Foolproof for me is a little flat and disappointing. Foolproof picks, though. I'm all down for those.
Picks, I'm sure.
They just had an Albertsons one, and I missed out on it. I wasn't able to get it.
I know, Trip. I feel the same way.
Okay, that one is medicinal cherry.
But not just cherry. There's orange in that one.
This is
strong.
I would put dollars to donuts that this is the oldest whiskey we've had so far.
I would say I agree.
We're gonna run through these again. I'll probably fast forward through this part or cut it out completely. But I think when we come back, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to guess age on all of them too, and see if we can't get a couple points. On
sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Trip's nose to help me check.
So, drinking buddies, we've been through these, a lot. We've been through this a lot. We decided to do a little point system just for fun, because we're competitive. But even before we decided to do that, we had pretty much had our 1, 2, and 3, and we're unanimous on this. Our favorite is glass 1, our second favorite is glass 3, and our third favorite is glass 6. These 3 at the back are phenomenal whiskeys.
They're all really good.
Phenomenal whiskeys.
Nothing on here is nothing that you should ever pass up on.
Yeah. If there's a master distiller out there seeing this and their whiskey is glass 5 and they spent, 40 years making their craft and trying to make bourbon, and they're like, this is the best bourbon I've ever made, and their blood, sweat, and tears went into this, dude, you did amazing.
They're all in here. They're all good.
You did amazing. Because they're all, this is the best of Kentucky. Something's got to win.
We spent a lot of time.
We actually did. I stopped the camera, and we talked about this for literally about 20 minutes.
At least, man.
At least. 1 is unanimously our winner, and we both think it's King of Kentucky. We both think it's King of Kentucky. It is so special, and there are so many people out there who chase the Pappies. This is better than any Pappy I've ever had. It's not close.
No, it's actually not. And 15 is probably by far my favorite Pappy. But if we could wipe off Pappy off the face of Earth and make more BTAC, I'd be completely
I'd be good with that. I'd be good with that, yeah. Especially if we could somehow manage to make more King of Kentucky, because I'm pretty sure this is King of Kentucky.
Yeah, and the King of Kentucky is only sold in the distillery of Old Forester.
I thought they have some available. I saw a post recently of it sitting at a Costco.
To my knowledge, Costco, they're special.
Yeah, they do some things. Yeah. So we did go ahead and do some guesses just for fun.
We did.
We were going for what is the bottle and what is the age. So for 1, I said King of Kentucky. I said 12 years. I don't know how old King of Kentucky is.
Neither do I, but
I think glass 2 could be a Booker's special edition of some kind. I said 10 years. This one I think could be WLW. I'm not confident of that at all. It's too oaky to be WLW, but that's what I think. I said 12 years. 4 Roses LE, 12 years. I said Wild Turkey Master's Keep Bottled and Bond, 17 year. And then Old Fitz, 19. That's what I think the glass 6 is. You?
Yeah, for me, I said King of Kentucky. Same thing. I'm about, I don't know the age on that one, so
you got to make a guess.
Minimum of 12 years.
12? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, I'm torn between 2 and 3. Torn between these, one of these 2 being a Buffalo Trace product, but I'm gonna say probably this is GTS at maybe 15 years. And then this one, I was torn of it being a Weller product. So again, Buffalo Trace, or I don't know. These 2 are either Russell's or Buffalo Trace. I can't tell right now. It's weird.
Yeah.
Normally I could pick up.
For me, it was between 3 and 5. Those 2, I think, are the Buffalo Trace and Weller.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace and Russell's.
Yeah, these 2 struck me for Russell's and Buffalo Trace just because of the cherry. The cherry flavor on those 2 for me they were there. It was very, very, very good. Number 3 I thought was WLW, but I had to switch it to.
Oh, you did? You put that in?
Yeah, I switched it over to maybe Russell's Single Brick House.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
and then number 4, I put 4 Roses as well. Anyway,
what's your age guess on that? You didn't write age guesses.
I didn't write the age. No, I have them in my head. I mean, I'll write them in here if you want. So for that one, it's a minimum of 12 years. You never know. With 4
minimum.
Roses,
like example, Russell's 13, for example. It's 13 years old, but there's 20-year-old juice in every bottle of Russell's 13.
Yeah.
So that's.
And then I felt number 5 was Heaven Hill 17. It was kind of peanutty, but it was very good. I don't like Heaven Hill products that much. I've been shocked already a few times from some Heaven Hill products. Evan Williams 23, for example.
Yeah. We right before we started shooting, I poured him some Evan Williams 23. It was a sample. I don't have a bottle, but that thing is so good.
That thing was amazing.
Woo! Let's see. Hey, guess what?
What?
A was King of Kentucky.
I had a feeling. I put 12. You put 12 as well.
12, yeah. Well, we won't get years, but we both get points there. Next, dude, I'm way closer than you. I'm not going to get any points here because we weren't really establishing this. I said Booker's for glass 2.
Right. Oh, for 6, I said it might either be Parker's or Booker's.
2?
Uh-huh.
I said Little Book. I'm sorry, I said Booker's. It's Little Book Chapter 3.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, and that, we'll have to look up the age on that and figure out who won. I'll put it up here, don't worry. 3, snipe that bottle guess on that sumbitch. I got it's WLW.
See?
Yep.
And I had marked it off.
Yeah, and you changed it.
I changed it because I wasn't too sure. I was torn between these two.
Yeah, snipe that bottle guess on that.
Damn,
and then
I should have stuck with my gut.
And then 4, which I was convinced had to be the 4 Roses Elite. Russell's 13 batch 1.
No way.
Yeah.
I remember that being almost a cinnamon bun. Okay.
Yeah, and this one that I thought had to be Wild Turkey Master's Keep. Bottom Bond. Because when I first had it, I was like, it's so hot. Why did I think it could be 100 proof? I don't know. But anyway, it's 4 Roses, small batch, single barrel strength, 16-year OESV, 122 proof.
And that's number 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going to get some big points here. Because the last one, oh, no, you had that for 5. Just kidding. So for the last one, it's Heaven Hill 17.
For 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And
so I would have definitely gotten, way more points if we were doing them the normal system where we do like distillery and everything.
Yeah.
We were just doing bottle guess and age. Mm-hmm. So I was so close on a couple of these, like 6. I said Old Fitz 19. It was Heaven Hill 17. Mm-hmm. And then let's see. This one where I said Booker's. Yeah. It was Little Book. What did we learn here today? William LaRue Weller is probably not as good as King of Kentucky. King of Kentucky blew my mind. Get a King of Kentucky. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, dude, but it's a $250 bottle.
I would pay that tomorrow.
No, I know, but if you could
find I don't have the money for it.
No,
I'm broke right now.
If you could find it, it's $250.
If somebody was like, hey, I got a King of Kentucky for you for $275, I'd be like, shut up and take my money. I don't even have the money for it right now. It's going on the credit card,
But it's going for secondary for $25.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because you can't find it.
And it's apparently...
It's probably harder to get than Pappy, to be honest with you. Harder to get than B-Tech.
Well, drinking buddies, we really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Every time you guys hit like, every time you guys subscribe, you make this thing possible. Cheers. Thanks, Marco. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Brooks.
Thank you, Brooks, man. Oh my gosh, this is the best flight maybe of my life. And the King of Kentucky is the King of Kentucky. I should have known. The blind was called the King of the Kentucky Distilleries. And the answer to that question is King of Kentucky. Cheers.
Thank you, Brooks.
I'm your